See, first of all, cyclotron definition. Okay, a device which is used to accelerate charged particle. Charged particle is known as cyclotron. Okay, first thing. Now, if we talk about its construction part, right? So in construction part, it consists of two semicircular metallic discs. Okay. Now I'm just drawing over here the semicircular metallic disc. Remember that they are known as Ds, D1 and D2. Okay. So D1, D2 combinedly are known as Ds. First thing. They are semicircular hollow metallic discs. Okay. Now, in between the Ds, D1 and D2, there is a source of positive charge particle. So P is what? That is the source of positive charge particles. Okay. Now these they are kept between the two magnets. Okay, North Pole and South Pole. Let's say the lower portion, this one is North Pole, and the upper portion, that is South Pole. Okay, this one is South Pole, and the lower one, that is North Pole. Okay. Now is the construction part clear? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the direction of magnetic field, remember that is from the North Pole to South Pole. Okay. So I'm just making here the diagram for magnetic field. It is from North to South Pole. Okay. This is from north to south direction of magnetic field. Now over here, what is the principle of cyclotron? Now remember that both the Ds, they are connected with high frequency source. Okay. Or high frequency oscillator, you can say HFO. It means the current, AC current will be having the very high frequency, right? Now there are two things. See, high frequency oscillator means it will produce polarity. Polarity means there will be electric field. And the magnets, they will produce magnetic field. Okay. So in the principle, basically two things we will involve. The electric field which we are using here because of high frequency oscillator, that is utilized to accelerate the charged particle. Okay. Again, I'm repeating, electric field in the cyclotron, it is used to accelerate the charged particle. While the magnetic field, that will provide circular motion. We know then whenever the velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field, then the motion of charged particle, that will be circular. Okay. So is it clear what is the principle of cyclotron? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Electric field provides kinetic energy, or you can say provides acceleration to charged particle. And magnetic field. Okay, magnetic field provides circular motion to the charged particle. Okay. Now, apart from that, we have seen that frequency is independent from the velocity. The angular frequency, that is QB upon M. Okay. So this angular frequency is independent from the velocity and time period. Okay. Or you can say the kinetic energy of the electron is independent from the frequency. Okay, F, or you can write omega. I hope the principle is clear to everyone. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
अब working part पे आते हैं हम. देखिए, in the working part you have to be little bit more careful. Working. Okay. Now, first of all, at any instant, let's say this T1 metallic plate is at positive polarity, negative polarity, and the D2 is at positive polarity. We know P is a source of positive charge particles. Remember that the positive charge particle source is P. So if I consider one positive charge particle over here, where it will go? Towards D1 or towards D2? Tell me.
Towards
D1.
D1.
It will go towards D1. Okay, absolutely fine. So because electric field is generated here, and this electric field will have polarity from D2 to D1. So the positive charge particle will enter in this D1. Okay, so when the charge particle of mass m, charge q, positive charge q is entering with velocity v. Okay, now inside the metallic plate, remember that these are the hollow metallic discs. Okay, hollow metallic disc. So inside, can I say electric field will be zero inside the disc? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if electric field inside the metallic plates is zero and velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field in this situation, the charge particle velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field because north to south magnetic field it's perpendicular to the velocity. So in that case, the motion of charge particle will be circular. Okay. Now, if it is circular, what will be the direction? It will experience the force in that direction. Okay. Now, as soon as this charge particle enters in the gap between the D's, D1 and D2. Okay. After half rotation, the charge particle, as soon as is entering in the gap, the polarity of D1 and D2 gets reversed. It means now the D2 will become negatively charged and D1 will become positively charged. Now if D2 is negatively charged and D1 is positively charged, what will happen to the charge particle? Where it will go? From D1 to D2 or D2 to D1?
D1 to
D1
D2.
to D2.
D1 to D2. Okay. So the charge particle now will be accelerated from T1 to T2. Now, as soon as it enters in the disk D2, their electric field inside the disk is zero. Again, velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field. So what will happen? It will follow a circular path, right? And after half rotation, again the polarity of the D1 and D2 get reversed. Now this time the D1 will become negatively charged and D2 will become positively charged. If it happens, again the charge particle will be accelerated from disk D2 to D1. Am I clear? Tell me.
Yes.
Sir,
Okay.
can you explain then why the polarity of D1 and D2 get reversed?
See, Krishna, here this is the oscillator. Oscillator means AC source है. So AC source, what does it do? AC source में half rotation के बाद direction of current gets reversed. Are you getting my point? Plus, minus, like that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That's why your polarity is changing. So again, when the charge particle, positive charge particle will enter in the disk D1. Okay? So here electric field is absent, velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field. Again, it will follow a circular path. And as soon as after half rotation, it will enter inside the gap between the disk. Again, the the charge particle will be accelerated towards D2. And it will follow the same process again and again. And finally, the accelerated charge particle will come out of this window and will collide to the target. Okay, जिस भी target के ऊपर आपको इसको collide करवाना है, it will come out and it will hit that target. I hope the working part is clear to everyone. Tell me.
Yes.
एक बार इसको फटाफट हम फिर से बता देते हैं आपको, ठीक है, ताकि आपको क्लियर हो जाए. See, initially what I told, the charge particle P is the source of positive charge particles, right? Now at any instant what we are considering the disk D1, that is at negative polarity, and disk D2, that is at positive polarity, right? So the positive charge particle will be accelerated from D2 to D1. So charge particle will move from D2 to D1. Okay. Now once it has entered inside the D1, electric field is absent, only there is magnetic field. So the velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field, so charge particle will follow circular path. After half rotation, the polarity of D1 and D2 gets reversed. D2 will become negatively charged, D1 will become positively charged. Again, charge particle is positive, so it will be accelerated towards D2. Now once it has entered inside the D2, then electric field is absent there, only magnetic field is there, so it will follow a circular path. Then after half rotation, the polarity of the disk D1, D2 gets reversed. Now the D1 will become negatively charged and D2 will become positively charged. So again the positive charge particle will be accelerated towards D1. Once it enters inside the D1, there is electric field absent inside the disk, only magnetic field is there, and velocity is perpendicular to magnetic field. It will follow a semicircular path. Then further, when it will enter inside the gap, the polarity gets reversed. Now the D2 will become negatively charged, D1 will become positively charged, and this process is repeated again and again. And finally, when the charge particle will have maximum kinetic energy, it will come out of this window and it will hit the target. Okay, I hope now it is completely clear, working part.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now our target is to calculate the kinetic energy of this charge particle which is coming out. So the kinetic energy of charge particle we know will be half of mv square. Okay. At the same time, we know radius of circular path is given by mv upon qb. We have derived this. Okay. Now, if I want to calculate maximum kinetic energy, remember that for maximum kinetic energy. Okay. For maximum kinetic energy, velocity should be maximum. Now, velocity will be maximum if and only if when the radius of this charge particle, it should be equal to the radius of the disk. Okay, it should be equal to radius of the disk. Okay, so in that case, now if I write the value of small r equals to capital R, V will become maximum. So capital R is giving us mv maximum upon qb. So maximum velocity I am getting equals to q b r upon m. Now putting this value in equation number 1, okay, from equation number 1 and 3. So maximum kinetic energy will be 1 upon 2 mass as it is. Now V maximum square. V maximum square will be what? Q square, B square, R square upon M square. 1 M cancel. So maximum kinetic energy of the charged particle, we are getting Q square, B square, R square upon 2M. Is there any doubt in this derivation part of the maximum kinetic energy of charged particle? Tell me.
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. इसको आप पूरे को आपको लिखना है. Do it quickly.